Welcome to my channel, Freckled Mom. I'm Devin. If you're new, welcome. And if you're returning, hey. Today we're doing an Easter challenge and we're showing off all our favorite Easter decor that we have made so far. And I am super excited. And it's hosted by Domestic Diva, who I love so much. So let's hop right in. Now this project, you'll see as we go, but first I gotta get ready with some dollar store eggs. And if you're gonna do this project, I suggest getting the eggs that are solid, not the ones that you open up and can put like treats in, if you know what I mean. So here I'm just painting them. I put them all on skewers and I stuck them into a styrofoam board just to hold them up. And some of them are getting a Suede Plum color. Some are getting an Artminds Lilac color, and some are just getting a chalk paint in Agave. So those are just my favorite colors. You guys can do whatever colors you like, but the chalk paint was definitely the best. It dried very nice, and I like the coverage that it gave. Then here is just a little planter I got from the dollar store, and I'm using a chalk white, linen white, and I'm going over the entire bucket. I do it about 2 times with a 3rd time just for cover-ups. And now I'm going in and I'm just lightly sanding the letters because they're raised a little bit, so you can see the difference when you sand it, and it really looks so nice. And now I wanted it to have like that enamel look, so I'm going through with a stamp pad and I'm just going over the edges right on the top and the bottom, and I'm just making it black. I do this 2 times, so 2 coats of the stamp pad I go over with. This part's a little messy. I would suggest using floral foam instead of styrofoam. I just have so much styrofoam at home from doing my craft room over that I have to get rid of it, and so I was just doing a little bit of Tetris here, trying to fit it in and, take up some of the space. If you're new to my channel, you might not know, but I have a love-hate relationship with Spanish moss. I love how it looks, but I hate the mess. So here I am just hot gluing, the base of it to the styrofoam just so it doesn't fall out, I guess. I mean, if you have a better way of doing this, please let me know in the comments, because I make such a mess with this, but I do love the end result of how sweet it really does come out. So I'm just going around, I'm tucking in the edges and just kind of cleaning it up. I definitely don't want Spanish moss coming all over my furniture later on, so I'm just gonna push everything in really nice. And you can see that little pick I'm putting in, that's from the dollar store. It came 2 to a pack and I already used one. These are little moss bunnies that came 3 to a pack, and I just glued them in, no set rhyme or reason, just to kind of make it look like they were hanging around, watching the bunny scarecrow and hunting for eggs. Now the eggs, I just go in and I hot glue them where I wanted them, and I do some touch-ups after, just because, like I said, they're the eggs that you can open. So definitely for next time, I would use eggs that were the solid ones. But how cute is that? My goodness, it came out so adorable, and it matches, the colors I use match my house and my dining room, but you can use whatever colors you want, and I just think it's so cute. And later, you can just take it all out and reuse that bin. So let's jump right into project number 2. Now, I have posted this one before. I really love this project. Here I am Mod Podging a dollar store box, and I put a lot of Mod Podge on it. This is going to be the bottom of the box, but I wanted it to have the whole box be covered. And you'll see as we go on, but I did have a different idea going into this. So this is just a tissue I had gotten from Michael's. They had a clearance sale on their spring decor, so I got these napkins for like 90 cents, and so I'm just Mod Podging it to all the sides. So I do the bottom first, and then I go through and I do each of the sides, and I go from the center outwards just to try to smear out as many wrinkles as I can. And again, like the Spanish moss, I have a love-hate relationship with Mod Podge. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. I do a lot of different projects. I do some DIYs, some thrift flips, some decorate and organize with me, so I definitely would love to have you part of our family. So now we're gonna keep going with all the edges. And again, so that's the bottom and then all 4 sides. And when you smear it out, you'll see how those corners are kind of forming. Keep those like that because we're gonna clean that up very shortly. So you can see here, I'm just smoothing everything out. We are gonna do Mod Podge on both sides, but first we need to clean up those corners a little bit. And so I just kind of push everything in to make sure it's all gonna fit. And then I'm gonna go in with my scissors and just cut off the corners. You could sand it down if you wanted to, or do a little bit of Mod Podge, but I just used my fingers and it came out just fine. You couldn't even notice the corners. But now that I have the corners done, we're gonna go in and we're gonna start pushing it down, and we're gonna do the insides as well. So that way you can use this box for anything, because you're gonna have all 4 sides plus the inside done. So you could use it for something in your kitchen, maybe your jewelry, or a spot to put your keys or your cell phone. It's just a nice little box that I thought was going to be adorable, and like I said, I ended up changing it into Easter decor. But right here you can see where I'm using my razor blade to cut off the excess. I did it when it was a little bit wet and it kind of ripped a little bit, so I think if you're going to do it, I would wait until the Mod Podge had dried completely and then go in with the razor blade, just to give it a little bit cleaner look. But I think it came out adorable regardless. Don't forget to check out my videos later and see all the different kinds of projects I do on my channel. Both of us 8 years old. Clawfoots are brand only cold. Now I do like my crafts that I work on to be functional, so I am going to go through and I'm going to clean up the little handles. I just used my razor blade and cut out where the handles were and clean it up a little bit. Like my own sister, our souls weave together, beaded bracelets I won't forget, friends forever, like my own sister, our souls weave together. After the Mod Podge dries, give it about 20 minutes or longer. You want to go over and do the outside now. If you're looking for me on social media, I'm on Instagram and Facebook as Freckled Mom. I had originally thought I was going to use this in my bedroom for decoration or to put my jewelry in, but as I was doing it, I realized I wanted to make this Easter idea. And so I did have a couple pieces. I had those golden eggs and that Happy Easter sign I got off of another Dollar Tree sign, some flowers, and I had this green moss, and I just cut it out to the size of the box. I used my pliers and I trimmed down the flowers, and now I'm just putting them in again, no rhyme or reason, just how it looks that I like. So whatever you feel, you could do them thick, you could do it thin. I wanted it to look like Easter eggs were hidden, if that makes any sense, but you'll see. So I just filled it up, and I just think it came out so cute with these white flowers, very dainty. And then I went in with the gold eggs and I hid them in a little bit, and I didn't hot glue anything in so that way I could reuse this box at a later date if I wanted to. But I did hot glue the Happy Easter sign, but you could fix that easily with another emblem or another sign of some sort when you take everything apart if you wanted to reuse this for another holiday. And how cute did that come out? It is so adorable. I love it so much. I just love the colors, and I love how easy it was. Probably my easiest project I've done. And I love that I took little pieces from other projects, so I did not waste anything. I just think it came out so cute. So here we are for project number 3. Some of these projects I've done in previous videos, so I'm going to link them in my description so you can see the full videos. But this is just a bunch of Dollar Tree stuff I had laying around, some paper I had from Michael's. That Happy Kwanzaa house was on clearance from Christmas Tree Shop, so I am definitely about saving money. And I fit the paper to the back. I was gonna paint it, but that Happy Kwanzaa did not peel up very well, so that's why I covered it with paper. And that pick I had used in my first project, this is where it came from. Super cute. I just love the burlap bunny, and I'm gonna use a bone cutter here. Be careful with bone cutters. They are definitely dangerous, but it's what I used to cut the stick, and it worked perfect. That made it all right. So I'm gonna use a little bit of hot glue and just adhere the bunny right down in the middle. If you were gonna add words, you'd wanna do that before you put your bunny, but I didn't have any words, so he went right in the middle. And now I'm gonna paint little foam eggs that I got from the dollar store. It was a whole pack of them, so you could use these eggs in a bunch of different projects. And there isn't a set name for these colors because it was like a multi-pack of paint. So I just did, again, colors that match my dining room. And this again was from the dollar store, the little palette. And I just went over with my pencil first and I wrote Egg Hunt. And then I wrote 50 cents, and I'm gonna go in with my permanent marker. I was gonna use paint, but I wanted it to have cleaner lines. So I went in with the permanent marker and it worked just perfect. And I think these little palettes are adorable. I just love that my dollar store has these now, and they're good for so many different projects. Perfect for spring and perfect for summer. So I love this edition, and you'll see it comes out so cute. I felt like it was a little too simple, so I went through with that brown paint I used on the egg, and I just went around the edges and I dry brushed it just to give it a little bit more dimension. Not too much, just enough, and I think it was perfect. The playlist to this Easter challenge is down in my description. Don't forget to follow along after my video. I'm a glutton for punishment. Here I am, hot gluing more Spanish moss down. I think it came out so cute though. I didn't do a lot, I just a little bit right on the edge right there, and it's just to hold the eggs, which you'll see. So I just added a little bit of hot glue just so it wouldn't be falling all over the place. Sunrise in West Virginia, sleep talking on the front porch, running barefoot to a creek. Now I'm going through with my hot glue and I'm gonna put the eggs down. I only painted 3 of them because you didn't really need that many. It's a small sign. And I wanted it to have a simple look, if that makes sense. So again, these are 3 colors that match my dining room. This is where I was gonna be putting the decor, but use whatever colors you like. I just thought this would be cute with the bunny. It seemed to all match with the gold and the teal and brown. I just thought it was just so perfect. And now we're hot gluing the crate down, and I think everything came out so sweet, and it is just the perfect little decoration, and you can either hang it or you could lean it up against something. I think it came out so cute, and I'd love to see if you guys redo this. Let me know. Tag me on Instagram or Facebook. I want to see if you did it and what colors you do it in. I think this is just so adorable. So now we're on to project number 4, and I call this one Bouncer of the Patch, and you'll see. So this is, again, a lot of Dollar Tree things that you can use: the carrots, the eggs, the pallets, a planter, and then 2 colors of your favorite paint. And you didn't even have to paint it. I just wanted it to be painted. And so I went in with the Plum, and I did the planter, and again, the foam. I am not going to use styrofoam anymore. I'm done with styrofoam. Remind me that anytime you see me use styrofoam again. It is just way too messy, and I swear my vacuum hates me for it. But I just wanted something to lift up the carrots a little bit. You could use like plastic bags or, you know, whatever you have, but I wanted to hot glue it in, so I definitely needed something that was sturdy. This bunny came off of another project from the dollar store, and I just cleaned up his bow a little bit. I gave it some dovetails, and I just fluffed it up a little bit, and I put it right back on top of him, and I think he is just so cute and super rustic. I had done this project for another challenge, and I thought it was so cute. So if you want to see that, make sure you go to my description and go through the other videos that I'm going to post for you. So now I just take the carrots, and some of them I hot glue to the actual planter, like you can see in the back, and then the rest I just kind of sporadically place them in there. Again, I have that Spanish moss just to give it a little bit of dimension and to cover up the styrofoam. I wanted this to be a really full planter because we have the bouncer bunny. He's the security guard for all these carrots, and I think it just came out so cute. I love these carrots, and that little bunny now is going to be hot glued right to the planter. That way he, you know, you don't have to worry about when you move it in your house, you don't have to worry about losing your bunny. He just sits right on top of that planter. I have a chalkboard sign, again from the dollar store, and I just wrote 1 per colony. You can write whatever you want, and I just put it right on top of the planter. I didn't hot glue that because it has little clips on it. And then I just went in and I hot glued the eggs down, and I just think it came out so adorable. Don't forget that this is a challenge hosted by Domestic Diva, so you definitely want to go down to my description and check out her channel, but also go along the playlist. There are so many creative artists in this playlist, and I am so excited. So how cute did that come out? My goodness. Oh, it just makes my heart full. I just think it is so cute. I love it so much.
You were together, that made it all right. Like my own sister, our souls.
If you guys have stayed on this long, thank you. We're almost done. We have one more project for you to see today, and I love this next one. So don't forget to subscribe before you head out. So this project is a reverse canvas, and I love these. I just had a really cute towel, some of those carrots again, and I'm gonna take the canvas off of the wood part. And if you've never done a wood canvas, they are super easy to do, and this is just a regular razor blade. I'm just taking the canvas off, but keep the canvas for later because we're gonna use it for the back just to add security, and you'll see. So here I am deciding where I want to put it, if I want it on the inside or the outside, and it didn't exactly fit perfect, but you'll see. I still think it came out so adorable, and I just go in with my scissors and I cut it out to the right size that I want it for.
Our hearts had never changed.
After you subscribe, make sure you hit the bell so that way you can see whenever I post new videos. I post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So now I'm going in with the color Celery, and I thought this was just a nice color, and I do the outside of the frame, and I'm gonna hot glue the fabric right to the back of the frame where no one's gonna see it. You'll see that the word patch was a little bit too long for this frame. I wish I used a little bit bigger of a frame, but I just used my finger and just kind of pushed it in a little bit, and you can still see it says patch. So I'm not too worried. It still came out adorable, but if you're gonna do it, make sure you measure out your design towel first. And then I just go through and I hot glue it all again just to make sure it's all secure, and I pull it nice and tight. And then I do go over with that extra canvas and I just add that to the back just to give it a little bit of a seamless look. And then I just take those carrots and I just put a couple on. I decide where I want it, and then I'm just gonna hot glue them right to the actual frame. And I think it just added the perfect amount of color and the perfect amount of dimension. I do go through now and clean up a little bit of that stem where it was kind of covering up the words. This project came out so sweet. I think all these came out so cute and perfect for Easter. Make sure you like and subscribe before heading out. And don't forget, I normally post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I do have a lot of challenges coming up, so I might swap a day or two here and there. But I definitely have some fun projects and you don't want to miss out. Also, don't forget to check out the host, Domestic Diva, and follow along the playlist. You can also find me on Instagram and Facebook as Freckled Mom. Don't forget to check out my collabs coming up, and I'll see you soon.